Tudor Jones just issued one of the most chilling warnings about artificial intelligence that we've heard from a major financial figure to date. Jones, the billionaire investor and founder of Tudor Investment Corporation, appeared on CNBC's Squawk Box with a stark message: AI poses an imminent threat to humanity in our lifetime. That's not a tech CEO or science fiction writer talking. That's one of the most respected macro investors in the world. In a moment, I'll show you the clip of Tudor Jones on the CNBC show, and after that, I'm going to share my full reaction to what he said and why I think he's right to sound the alarm. So make sure you stick around for the second part of this video. If you only watch one video today, make it this one all the way till the end. Hit the like button so we can reach more viewers with this critical message. Let's shoot for 1,000 likes on this video. Share the video and leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's listen directly to Tudor Jones as he lays out his concerns about AI.
We are joined by a very special guest right here at the NASDAQ to discuss the economy, markets, and so much more. Legendary investor Tudor Jones is here, founder and chief investment officer of Tudor Investment Corporation, and he is, of course, the founder and a member of the board of the Robinhood Foundation, which is going to be hosting its annual benefit next week. Always a big night in New York. A lot of money, hopefully, to be raised.
Hopefully, we're going to raise $75 million.
Well, we're going to talk about that in just a minute, but let's talk markets first. I was going to ask you about the stock market itself, but then you just said something to me which makes me a little bit nervous, which is you're focused less on that right this moment than you are about artificial intelligence. What do you mean?
Well, let me just say, I was minding my business. I went to this tech conference about 2 weeks ago out west, and I just want to share with you what I learned there. Chatham House rules, so we can talk about the content. So it was a small one, 40 notables, but real notables, like household names that you would recognize, the leaders in finance, politics, science, tech. And they had a variety of panels. I was on one on capitalism. And there was a tech panel that had 4 of the leading modelers of the AI models that we're all using today. So it'd be persons 1 through 5 of each of those 4 models. And the quick 3 takeaways from that are, 1, wow, AI can be such a force for good. And we're going to see it immediately in both health and education very quickly. It's going to be fantastic. That's the good news. 2, the neutral news. These models are increasing in their efficiency and performance between, on the very low end, 25%, on the high end, 500%, every 3 or 4 quarters. So it's not even curvilinear. It's a vertical lift in how powerful artificial intelligence is becoming.
Right.
And then thirdly, and the one that disturbed me the most, is that AI clearly poses an imminent threat, security threat, imminent, in our lifetimes to humanity. And that was the one that really, really got me going.
When you say imminent threat, what do you mean?
So I'll get to it. So they had a panel of again, 4 of the leading tech experts. And kind of about halfway through, someone asked them on AI security. Well, what are you doing on AI security? And they said the competitive dynamic is so intense among the companies, and then geopolitically between Russia and China, that there's no agency, no ability to stop and say, maybe we should think about what actually we're creating and building here. And so, then the follow-up question is, well, what are you doing about it? And he said, well, I'm buying 100 acres in the Midwest. I'm getting cattle and chickens, and I'm laying in provisions.
For real?
For real. For real. And that was obviously a little disconcerting. And then he went on to say, I think it's going to take an accident where 50 to 100 million people die to make the world take the threat of this really seriously. Well, that was a freaky deek to me, and no one pushed back on him on that panel. And then afterwards, we had a breakout session, which was really interesting. All 40 people got up in a room like this, and they had a series of propositions, and you had to either agree with or disagree with the proposition. And one of the propositions was there's a 10% chance in the next 20 years that AI will kill 50% of humanity. So there's a 10% chance that AI will kill 50% of humanity in the next 20 years. Agree or disagree? So I'd say the vast majority of the room moved to the disagree side. I had just heard Joe Rogan and Elon Musk 2 months ago, where Elon Musk said, there's only a 20% chance that AI can annihilate humanity. Now I know why he wants to go to Mars, right? And so about 6 or 7 of us went to the agree side, and I'd gone there because of what I'd heard Elon Musk say, who's maybe the most brilliant engineer of our time. All 4 modelers were on the agree side of that. All 4 of the leading developers of the AI models were on that side. And then we debated. Then the 2 sides got to debate. And one of the modelers says to the disagree side, if you don't think there's a 10% chance, as fast as these models are growing, and how quickly they're commoditizing knowledge, how easily they're making it accessible, that someone couldn't biohack, because that's where the real weakness is. A weapon that could take out half of humanity. I don't know. 10% seems reasonable to me.
Okay, so thank you for bringing us this great news over breakfast.
No. Can I just say, I'm not a tech expert. I'm not. But I've spent my whole life managing risk. That's why I'm here today, is because I'm as good as there is on macro risk management. And we just have to realize, to their credit, all these folks in AI are telling us we're creating something that's really dangerous. It's going to be really great too, but we're helpless to do anything about it. That's, to their credit, what they're telling us. And yet we're doing nothing right now, and it's really disturbing.
You just watched legendary investor Tudor Jones on CNBC's Squawk Box. And if you're like me, some of what he said probably left you stunned. This wasn't just another talk about interest rates or inflation. No. Jones went deep into artificial intelligence and dropped some serious warnings about what the future may hold. So now, I'm going to give you my full breakdown, my personal reaction and analysis to everything Tudor Jones just said. This is one of those conversations that deserves to be unpacked point by point, because the implications affect all of us. Let's get into it. First off, this wasn't just a random appearance on a business show. Tudor Jones is a billionaire investor, a legendary hedge fund manager, and the founder of the Robinhood Foundation, one of the biggest philanthropic organizations in the United States. So when someone like this comes on TV and says, I'm more focused on AI than the stock market right now, you listen. Because that alone tells you something is up. Now remember, this guy made his career by understanding risk before anyone else sees it. So when he says AI poses an imminent threat to humanity in our lifetime, that should send chills down your spine. And if it doesn't, wait till you hear the rest. Paul starts by recounting a recent experience, a tech conference out west with just 40 attendees. But don't let the small size fool you. This was a gathering of power players, leaders in finance, politics, science, and tech. And it included the top developers behind today's most advanced AI models. Now here's where it gets real. Paul lays out 3 takeaways from that conference, and honestly, it's a roller coaster of emotion. 1. The good news, AI will do wonders for healthcare and education, fast. We're talking major advances in diagnostics, personalized medicine, and global learning tools that could uplift millions of people. That's the upside. And it's massive. The neutral news. The speed of improvement in these AI models is unreal. Performance is increasing anywhere from 25% to 500% every 3 to 4 quarters. Not years, quarters. That means AI isn't growing linearly. It's going vertical. This isn't a gradual climb. It's a rocket ship. The bad news, and it's bad. AI is an imminent security threat to humanity. Not 50 years from now, not science fiction, now. In our lifetime. Let that sink in. Then comes the part that really got under Paul's skin. And honestly, it got to me too. One of the AI experts on the panel was asked, what are you personally doing about AI security? And the guy responds, I'm buying 100 acres in the Midwest, I'm getting cattle, chickens, stockpiling food. This isn't a prepper on YouTube, this is a leading AI developer. That moment right there told Paul, and all of us, just how serious this threat is. The people building this technology are quietly preparing for a worst-case scenario. That should terrify you. And then, the expert said something even more disturbing. It's probably going to take a catastrophe, where 50 to 100 million people die, before the world takes the AI threat seriously. Let that sit with you for a second. Then it gets even darker. After the panel, the group participated in a breakout session with a chilling question. Do you agree or disagree that there's a 10% chance AI will kill 50% of humanity in the next 20 years? Now, most of the room moved to disagree, which makes sense. That's an outrageous-sounding claim. But Paul, he went to the agree side, along with a few others. Why? Because he had just heard Elon Musk say there's a 20% chance AI could annihilate humanity. And get this, all 4 of the top AI developers also went to the agree side. That should stop you cold. The people closest to the tech, the ones who know what's coming, believe there's a real chance it could wipe out humanity. Not in some distant sci-fi future, but in the next 2 decades. During the debate, one developer made it simple. As fast as these models are improving, and as easy as they're making dangerous knowledge accessible, it's totally plausible that someone could biohack a weapon using AI and cause global catastrophe. 10% chance may not sound like a lot, but when the stakes are human extinction, it's horrifying. Paul ends with a sobering reminder. He's not a tech guy, he's not an engineer, but he's a risk management expert. That's his whole thing. And based on everything he saw and heard from the actual experts, the ones building this stuff, he's deeply concerned. AI, he says, is both the most powerful tool we've ever created and one of the most dangerous. And the people creating it are warning us, while admitting they're powerless to stop it due to competition, geopolitics, and the race for dominance between countries like the US, China, and Russia. That's what makes this so alarming. No one is hitting the brakes, everyone is racing forward, and the only thing keeping us from disaster is luck. So there you have it. That was Paul Tudor Jones dropping one of the most eye-opening interviews of the year. This wasn't about stocks or bonds, this was about the future of humanity, and how close we might be to a point of no return if we don't get this AI thing under control. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with Paul? Do you think the threat is real or overblown? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone. Make sure to like this video if it opened your eyes and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives like this one. And hey, maybe share it with someone who still thinks AI is just cool tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.